We're now going to look at how completing a tree diagram can help us with combined probability. In this scenario, we have 3 white discs and 6 red discs in a bag. It says a disc is drawn and then replaced by another disc, and we need to complete the probability tree that we've seen below. Using the fact that all probability is out of 1, we can see that if it's 1/3 probability that a white will be drawn from the bag, it has to be 2/3 that a probability of red will be drawn from the bag. That's because 1/3 plus 2/3 gives us a total of 3/3. If we're taking a second disc from the bag and there's still the same number of discs in there, the probability of pulling out a red is going to be the same as before. And this second part of the tree diagram down here is exactly the same as the diagram above it. So we have 1/3 white, 2/3 red. There is our completed tree diagram. Now, to use it for combined probability, the question might say, what is the probability of a white disc being pulled out of the bag both the first time and the second time? To work out this probability, we're travelling through the tree diagram, first along the top branch, a white, and from here along the top branch again, a second white. As we are going through the tree diagram from left to right, we multiply. So our first probability is 1/3, our second probability is 1/3, and we multiply them together to get the combined probability of 1/9. So if my question was asking about pulling a red followed by a white counter from the bag, I'd take the bottom branch, the red at 2/3, and from here I'd take the top branch, a white, at 1/3. So that would be 2/3 multiplied by 1/3, which will give us a probability of 2/9. Here I have a tree diagram again, only this time the part completed probabilities are written as decimals rather than fractions. It's a probability tree to show the chance of getting a maths homework from your maths teacher and an English homework from your English teacher. The first thing we need to do is complete the probability tree. If there is a 0.4 chance of no maths homework, the chance of there being maths homework has to be 0.6, because 0.6 plus 0.4 gives us our whole one. Moving on to English homework, if there is a probability of getting English homework of 0.7, it would be 0.3 chance of getting no homework to make up to our probability of 1. And just as before in our fractional tree diagram, this bottom tree is exactly the same as the top tree, so I can complete it with the same figures. Now, whatever question I'm being asked when I'm combining the probabilities, I still am going to multiply as I move through my tree diagram from left to right. Now, I could be asked any combination of questions, but the one I'm going to answer here is, what is the probability of being given both maths and English homework? So starting here, maths homework is on the bottom branch, So I travel down the bottom branch. That's a probability of 0.6. From here, I'm going to travel down this bottom branch because that's the probability of getting English homework, and that's a probability of 0.7. We multiply our probabilities, and 0.6 times 0.7 is 0.42. This number can never be greater than 1. If you get a number greater than 1, you've either done the calculation incorrectly or you've put your decimal point in the wrong place. So there's a double check for you to look out for.